Let's get started. We'll be singing when we're winning. We'll be singing. I get knocked down. All right, we're in the city that loves Starbucks. Another city in Japan. Let's count the number of Starbucks while I get my sound set up. It's a nice little mall. See what's happening here. Definitely a nice little mall. Okay, here's Starbucks number 1. And everywhere we go, we shall have reception. My battery's good. Let's get this party started. All right, we're in Kichijoji, folks. You can attach it in my little attachment here. Ooh, what did I just do? Boom. My sound sounds good. And let me show you a little tricks of the area. There we go. All right, so last time I was over here in Kichijoji, I showed the folks this side of the street. What we're gonna do is we're gonna cut through this passageway, show them a different side. Now we didn't fully explore like to my right and to my left, but we'll take it in bits because Kichijoji is actually pretty big and super convenient. I would show you this side because it shows some convenience stores, but we're gonna cut through this passageway right here. So I think my sound is okay. Arigato.
Japanese number 1 peanut.
Number 1 in Japan. From Chiba. Chiba は遠いんでしょ?
千葉は遠いですよ。
はい。ありがとうございます。1500円ね。そうだね。
そうです、そうです。
ありがとう。
これは1080円。
いいよ。ありがとうございます。帰る。ありがとうございます。All right, so yeah, this is a huge shopping district. I think you guys can hear me well. I don't see any things in the chat, but I'm checking it. Right now in Japan, it is, let me see what time it is. I think it's 4 p.m., 4:30 almost. I'm a little bit tired, but we're gonna get some energy from the sunlight, I think. So, I guess we can go through this mall, but maybe we should walk, let's go through this wall. So the reason why I like Kichijoji, I showed you part of this last time, or I showed the folks watching last time, is it's literally got everything you'd want. Now, they have something famous here I'm about to show you right now that I didn't have a chance to show you last time. And it's not this Kabini stuff, but I'm just avoiding, you know, there's certain parts I don't want to show. But yeah, this is really, really cool. So you guys know hamburgers, right? By the way, I'll show you a really cool Thai food restaurant. And a nice little real estate place that does accept foreigners. If you want to rent here, this is this apartment rental place here. And this Thai food restaurant is pretty delicious. They're closed right now. I'll walk through the rest of here and I'll show you this. I'll continue talking about the hamburger stuff. So as far as the hamburgers go, everybody's familiar with the typical American hamburger, but this hamburger place I'm about to show you are fried hamburgers. So we're gonna cut past these cat, these cat cafe type stores with the abnormally super. Wow, they're so young, always so young. We're gonna pass by here, and we're gonna show you this fried hamburger place. Super delicious if you're ever in a rush. Right in here, there's a lot of great restaurants here. There's a full what I forget what you call it, a Vietnamese pho place. That's it, in this corner. This is somewhere you have to visit when you're visiting. They also have a socks place just for men. It's not just socks for women. Here's the women version of the sock store. I've shown a few times in the shorts. I've eaten at this place a few times. This place just has everything, especially Japanese delicacies you can only get in Japan. But if you want some American food, you can go to this Bubby's right here. There's Wendy's if you really want the hardcore American food. But before I forget, let me show you this fried hamburger place. Oh man! All right, there. So I'm missing some chats. I'll show the hamburger place and I'll check out the chats. We're coming across it. I think it's called Satou. Oh, Sato. It says in both ABCs and in katakana. Actually, I think that's hiragana. But as you can see, there's usually going to be a huge line. Today's no difference. I'm counting 5, 10, 15, maybe 25 people online. So of course I'm not going to go there. I don't eat while I live stream. But if you want to get on this line, walking, let's see where the end of the line is. Walking. The line is making it hard to pass through this alleyway. It's like right here. So if I wanted to eat on this line for this place, I'd have to stand behind all of these people. Let me see if I can get a shot of the food though. Show you what a fried hamburger looks like. Here's some of the fried food. Some of these have hamburger inside. So let's catch up with the chats. Yes, Q Cookie says yes. KK, Q Cookie. Cool. Where are the cat girls? In a voice says, cat girls. They're not here. They're probably in Harajuku. Maybe in an hour. Actually, the cat girls do come out about an hour from now, I think. Around the time the salarymen come out. A couple of kittens. Nobody in the house. What's up? Nobody. INEO77. Not really sure how to say that, but that's a cool name. Oh, Flip Gamers is from India. I was just talking about India. I want to go to India sometime. I was telling my friend yesterday in the chat. Yesterday, Pat. He's from UK. We were talking about India yesterday, so What's up, Flip Gamers? How's India going today? Where in India are you? You saw one. Ineo. How do I say your name? Ineo. I just call you 77, like 7-Eleven, you know? Walking past some of the delicious restaurants here. Let me see. Chicken Cat Burger Kid. Must be a good burger. Yeah, it is delicious. Grab a couple of those. You're good for dinner. Nobody. Double tap your screen. Show some love in here. It's free to double tap. Help the algorithms like Lolo. Thank you, brother. This is the second time you encouraging the people. Appreciate that. And let me see if they listen. Wow. 8 likes. Appreciate it. Thanks, man. Thanks, nobody, for vouching for me, my brother. Nice areas. Yeah, Abdul. How's it going, Abdul? Good seeing you again. The culture looks clear. Okay, so actually, I'm going to go left because I want to show you guys something. This mall is huge. Very nice mall. Has a lot of options. Totally area, etc. I'm going to show you this really hip, actually like Philly cheesesteak place. Around the time I passed by, good, nice. Abdul's doing good. That's good. How's everybody else? You guys doing good too? I'm gonna take my Bluetooth headphones off because it looks like my sound is good. I use this to monitor my sound. Let's do a cross right here. So it's kind of a nice day. The big buildings in Tokyo kind of block out that nice sunlight weather when it's not rainy season. And rainy season is finished. Let's just cross through here so you guys can just see. So technically what I want to explain to you is, guys, is that this isn't even Tokyo. Like, you see how crowded? Like, we're right outside Tokyo, but just sort of like Brooklyn is outside Manhattan in New York City. It can be more expensive sometimes. Like Kichijoji is popular, so it's actually more expensive than Tokyo is. So if you go renting, because of all the conveniences and it's so close to Tokyo, people actually want to live here more, so it's going to be more expensive. Yeah, it's quite sunny, man, Abdul. It sounds like it's always busy, as like you said, as busy as usual. So I'm not surprised, but that's the crowd in this. We're gonna go in this alleyway, and this is another way to go where we're going. I'll show you this cool jewelry store. You can come here to make custom jewelry for your sweetie. And then soon I'm just gonna take this off my book bag thing because it was just easier to show you guys things. So she's actually making jewelry. I think they have this in Shimokitazawa. この店は下北沢ありますか？下北沢でしょ？すごい見ました。ありがとうございます。東京で何個ですか？東京は下北沢と吉祥寺の2個。はい。ありがとうございます。So yeah, so they have this in another neighborhood. They'll just custom make the jewelry, even make the gemstones. Yeah, they're heavy into the snacks. You guys probably hear online about all the flavored Kit Kats. You can get all of that stuff in here. We do handle special requests, so if you guys have some questions or special requests, let me know. Yeah, we out here. So yeah, you can basically get everything here in Japan. So if you ever do move here, don't make the mistake I did and don't bring a bunch of stuff because you don't need it. Just if you have a special situation, like your shoes are big or you wear a different clothing size than the people out here in Japan, maybe you get some special clothes, but they have almost everything. And even if your shoes are big, you could find big shoes. You just don't have a lot of selection because most styles don't come in your size. But anyway, we're gonna hang a right and we're gonna check out some of the stores. I don't have any music, so Maybe I'll just make music with my mouth like the late Bismarcky. Not super sunny. It felt more sunny, but I think the buildings are just blocking the sunlight. Let's do a cross. And if you look this way, you can see it's sunny. But I guess we're walking away from the sun. Let's see if it gets sunnier here. We're surrounded by malls, but that's part of the convenience and the charm, the shopping aspect of Kichijoji. Here's a big Uniqlo. Probably all the cities around the world know Uniqlo. This is how many stories this Uniqlo takes up. You can get everything here. Just come here with no clothes in one day, in a matter of an hour or two, have a whole wardrobe. Be ready to rock and roll here in Japan. Meta's coffee is big out here. It's like Starbucks. So yeah, like most people won't venture to this side, so I want to show you this side of Kichijoji. Maybe I should have made a right over there. I don't know what this place is, but it looks good. Ibuki Udon. Oh, udon. Very popular. I don't know why they have shoes here. Not really a good look for a restaurant. But inside you can see there's food in there. I'd zoom in, but it's not the main focus. A lot of parking for your bikes everywhere. Everything is very organized in the city. So I've actually ridden my bike around Kichijoji, but it might be against the law. So I've been told not to do riding bicycle videos. I don't want to get into. Got to keep it legal. BP16 in the house. How you doing, my brother? Good chatting with you yesterday as well. Salute to you, BP16. Salute to you. I hope I'm walking the right way. I can maybe. Actually, you know what? I haven't been down this alleyway in a while. And I know it's got some cool stores. Don't want to show these people riding their bicycles, so give me 1 second. This is kind of cool. Yeah, so I don't know if you were in here last time, but I've literally never shown this side of Kichijoji, so we're about to show it now. What have I missed the stream? So good question, BP16. I'm just showing them a part of Kichijoji most people never venture into, because Kichijoji is so large. Basically every avenue. This is the Uniqlo side. I basically been talking about why Kichijoji is so good, and I think the last stream you were in, I kind of covered a little bit of what makes Kichijoji a special neighborhood. There's real estate apartments, real estate rental places all over. So if you're curious about the cost of renting, just ask me and I'll show you one of the apartment listings. And you know, I can explain like all the way they charge you, all the ways that they charge people based on an apartment listing. I'm a little sleepy, so I feel like sometimes I might be slurring my words. But here's an example. So this is actually a big place. So this place is less than 100,000 yen. You can see from the layout, it's got everything. You can even have roommates in here, but for 31 square feet, not all the places, and it's kind of clean inside. Not all the places in Japan are tiny. That's the point I want to prove. So yeah, this is a cool little spot, but what I want to show you guys is the Philly cheesesteak place. The guy's pretty cool there. It's a really wild place. It's kind of like a landmark in my opinion, especially for New Yorkers. So I'll go inside. I'll ask the guy. I mean, I bought some stuff with him with my other social media friends. I'll ask him if we can show the place. We'll see what he has to say. So we'll get an answer right on the spot. I've eaten at this place. Basically, PP, I've been showing them places I've been eating at and places that they should eat at. Some places, including a fried hamburger place. Oh yeah, do you feel taller in Japan? I do feel taller in Japan. Like, I feel like a basketball player when sometimes like I hit my head while walking through the train doors. Most train doors I'm probably okay, but okay, depending on the train, the door height might be hitting my head. I'm always hitting my head on the hangers, so I feel like I gotta wash my hair thoroughly every time. So yeah, I do feel taller in Japan. I feel stronger in Japan. You know, in America, because people outweighed me, they used to say, "Oh, Royal, you're skinny." But when I first came to Japan, they're like, "Oh, you got kinniku." I think they said it means you got muscle. I'm like, "Oh yeah, I do have some muscle." So, but I do have to start working out. I can't let them saying I have muscle make me feel good about myself when I really feel like I've actually lost some muscle, probably. But I don't think there's anything here. So I like popcorn. That looks like a popcorn maker place. All right. Accidents happen in Japan. It's safe, but you can get run over by a bicycle or can get into a bike accident. Super bicycle town. Oh, let me see. Good question, BP16. Yeah. Indian food all over if you like Indian restaurants. I will have to hang a left probably next. This looks delicious. Looks like French toast, but anyway. I had two spicy ramens for lunch, so I shouldn't be hungry, but I am sleepy, which I guess if you're not sleeping enough, you should eat more. But maybe this is the fat American in me. Good question, guys. You guys are active. All right. I think I'll have to, I'll just, it's politics season in Japan. It looks like they have their politicians advertising show. They all kind of look the same to me. But that might just be a strange flag. Oh, here's the politicians of Japan. Do you want to vote for her? Does she seem trustworthy? They're going to make a change here. So just like, I'll just say Trump, like Trump cards. What's Trump say? He says, make America great again. This person is saying change something, because I don't understand the kanji related to politics. Sorry if anyone wanted me to translate that. Slow made in Japan. A lot of cool signs. They love using English. This guy is like laughing at me. I think he knows I'm live streaming. They're looking at me, but I doubt they want me to go in the store. We don't want problems out here. We just want to show you that cool Philly cheesesteak place from that cool Japanese guy who started that. It looks like, I feel like I'm in Brooklyn when I go there. It's really cool when you see the inside of the place. I think he'll let us stream inside because my social media friends spend money in there. I think he remembers me from last time, probably. Got you. Is weightlifting culture a thing in Japan? Saw a stat about only 3 to 5% of Japanese people have a gym membership. That's a really good point. I've seen people complain about gyms in Japan, and it does look hella annoying just from the outside looking in. I've never bought a gym membership. The only working out I've done in Japan is running and push-ups and pull-ups. And the cool thing about Japan is there's a lot of parks you can go to. When they say bulk foods, they're not talking about bulking and as in gaining muscle. But yeah, there's a lot of outdoor parks where you can do pull-ups very easily, where in America you can't. You just need to buy from Amazon like a pull-up bar and attach it to your apartment. So if you're okay with calisthenics, you can really do well working out, just like running. And they have a lot of parks to run in no matter where you are. I've shown a few parks in my streams. So good question, BP. But yeah, And people don't have gym memberships because it's inconvenient. A lot of things here in Japan are just simply certain things that, all right, so speaking of gym, so here's a personal gym. We can go ahead and ask them what the price is. See, it looks like, I think they have a lot of personal training options out here. So I'll just give them a quick Maitsuki Ikura and then go about our way. The problem in Japan is if you start a conversation, it might end up being a long conversation. So let me just see what they got. Oh. すみません。今時間がありません。でも、今時間がありません。ありません。でも、質問は、毎月いくらですか？プランによりますね。はい、ありがとうございます。So sometimes people don't listen. In that case, you see how I communicate. In Japan, if people aren't really listening, even if you're speaking good Japanese, you can slow down. Here's a cat cafe. Someone was asking about cat cafes or cats. There are cat cafes all around. I think there's owls here too. I love owls. There's an owl cafe in Osaka. So this is Nikkei. If there's a special request, maybe I can bring like a lady friend here sometime and we could look at the animals. Probably in Kichijoji they would allow streaming inside for that. I'm not sure. I don't think those places turn down money, but there are a lot of places in Japan which will say no to your dollar. So the almighty dollar does not reign supreme everywhere. I hope. Did I pass by? We're gonna walk a little more. I don't know if I've passed by this Philly cheesesteak place. Kind of going off on a tangent a bit. I feel the emptiness of the city disappearing. I think I've walked past it. Okay. So yeah, guys. Looks like I've responded to the chats. Just a nice walk. Felt a little sleepy, but if I wait till later, it's gonna be a hell show. I think I need to do some sleep catch up. But yeah, it's good to do a walk during the time. It's always good when you're sleepy, I think, not to take a nap until the end of the day to get your sleep schedule back on rhythm. What you can do in Japan is you can ask your Japanese friends to tell you about the stuff you cannot find online. Recently, I found a burger place where you can order fresh beef from. I have the hamburgers at home. I think I'll cook it today. And then, I'll give you guys my reaction. I took it out the freezer. When was it? There's a lot of kimono places. Huh. It's a nice rug place. I took it out the freezer yesterday. And I'm gonna cook it today. Oh, here's the place. Is it open? I didn't realize it closed. Let me ask my friend. I just saw his eye. I'm gonna put it to the ground just in case he doesn't want me to. 今閉める? Okay. I have my phone to the ground because I'm live streaming.
Okay.
But この店かっこいい。見せる大丈夫?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Your English, I forgot, is good. You remember me, right?
No, of course, man.
Yeah. So this guy, you want to be on my stream too? All right. Yo, what's up, guys? This is
Thank you.
this store is amazing. So I'm just showing you guys real quick. It's not a regular Philly. I mean, it's maybe the only Philly cheese place. They got Philly cheesesteaks. So if you like Philly cheesesteaks or want to try it for the first time, you could come here. I forgot the name of this store. My friend showed me. The Daps Tea is the name of it, or it's called the Daps Tea. I'm gonna catch a copyright, so I won't spend too long in here. There's a DJ booth. They custom built this here. The bathroom is very cool. So there's all these steps. There's also a place you can get your hair cut, and it's pretty awesome. I don't think I told them the name of my channel, but I'll tell them, and then I'll leave out of here. So he could focus. Got myself caught right there. But yeah, you can literally get everything you want here. So it's a nice little home away from home if you want to like chill out, especially with the homies, and have like a really cool experience. Um, yeah, this is a look of the DJ booth from. It's kind of weird. It's Passport Man. It's my channel. Yeah, I only do YouTube mostly, even though my friends do Instagram. So this is a YouTube live stream. Uh, yeah. So you got all the American sodas out here. Pretty cool. You can get all these flavors and things that you can't get in America. This guy definitely knows his New York stuff. So all good, man?
Okay.
Cool. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. I love your store, man. I love the vibes, man. All right. You're welcome. Have a good one. See you around. All right. So hope you guys like that store. He's a cool cat. So as predicted, he showed us his place. And we're going to continue rolling. So the main objective of the stream, a few of the main objectives was successful. I've eaten at this burger place. It was all right. When you like burgers like me, you kind of burger hot from day to day in Japan. So yeah, my monitoring phones and other phones been acting up, but I'm good, man. This is a brand new phone, so even though we had a problem last time on the stream, we will rarely have a problem. So yeah, man, we out here. I try to make a promise to do at least a 1 hour live stream each day, whether I'm feeling tired as bricks or Genki as a Genki textbook in Japan. If you study Japanese, you'd understand my reference. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna walk back to the main part, and then it doesn't seem like there's any other requests. I'm gonna show you the other side we were at, because we kept walking around the same side answering questions last time. I don't think I can cross here, can I? I'm gonna try. I don't want to get run over by these kids and not paying attention. Yeah, yeah, I guess riding the bicycle while live streaming is definitely a bad idea. I think walking is the best to do. BP, do you lift? Are there any like weightlifters or gym goers out there in the watching in the stream in the chat? Abdul, would be a dream once that you've been born in the country. Yup. I just thought this keychain on my arm was a bug. Yeah, it will be different. It would be different if you're born in Japan. It's a completely different experience. So this is another side. A lot of people, I know I didn't realize. Yeah, there's actually a lot to this neighborhood. Here's a Anytime Fitness. I think Anytime Fitness is from America. Am I right? BP, Abdul, do you guys have Anytime Fitness where you guys are at? Right over here, you see this? Where's the entrance here? It says B1F. If I go down there, I lose reception, so we're gonna abandon that mission. And we're gonna try and cross here. And maybe do a gaijin smash. Let me see if this is safe. Not really safe. All right. Haircut Club, 1,300. That's super cheap. That's less than $10, guys. Would you guys do this? Haircut place? They're not bad. What's all this smoke? It's coming from this place. Smoking contacts don't match up. There's always people promoting. That guy's promoting something. See if I can make a left here. Wow, this is like a yakiniku place, I think. It's pretty popular. Wow, they're barbecuing it fresh outside. So there's a Vietnamese Vietnam French. Is this? It's a restaurant. Interesting. You guys some Vietnam French food here. Vietnam French. Here's the lunch special. People ask about the food prices. All this stuff is under 1,400 yen, pretty cheap. And where do I cross here? I'm gonna have to Gaijin Smash too. I have been here. I remember the familiarity of it because when I was looking for a place to live in Kichijoji before I decided on Setagayaku, I was checking out this spot. But yeah, we're gonna have to Gaijin Smash because there's, oh, here we go. There's nowhere to cross over. Yeah, the Gaijin Smash. About to begin. Yeah, I think it's so cool too, man, Abdul. Fitness came from to global from the USA. Yeah, I think USA started fitness because they're the first to start. Oh, wow, I don't know what's here. We're not gonna go there. What's this place? Yeah, I agree with Abdul, or I don't know if it makes sense because, man, they really love their cakes out here. The ultimate hot cake. They're really in the sweets. And look how cute this is. Do they charge an arm and a leg? Yeah, they do. So for one sweet, it's going to be 3,000 yen, but I don't want to spoil the experience of the people who just walked in there behind me. Inokashira Cultural Natural Park and Inokashira Park. I think these are two separate parks. I think I walked, it's a large park, so I think that's the park we went to on the previous stream when in this neighborhood. Yeah, I love sports from childhood and I still love sports, but I don't know. I'm not as loyal to the teams as I used to be, especially when they mistreat the players. Because I think it's really difficult to be an athlete, and you should get respect. And I just hate it when management of sports teams don't make good decisions with which players to keep, which players to pay the top dollar. That's pretty frustrating to me. But the only sport I really will always follow, no matter how dumb the teams, my New York teams do, is basketball. Because I just love basketball too much, and I'm just a New York Knicks fan for life, man. The proof of my New York Knicks fanness is I have a video which only got 100 views, and hello, arigatou gozaimasu. All right, got some tissues, guys. Aflac is an American company which is now big here in Japan. You know it by the duck. They say if something happens to you, you get a bunch of money. This is a great way to make money overseas. You can do this commission only in America. Once you're making money, move. Just an idea. So I'm gonna put that in my pocket and continue on. I don't know this part. I want to cross right here, but I have to Gaijin Smash it again.
来，牵着爸爸手，不许乱动啊，不许乱跑了啊。
All right. Do you know Japan
为
been
什么不许
from?
乱跑了啊？
Can I cross here? I know where I am. Oh, that's the Don Quixote. I know where this is. Okay. Here's that Aflac duck. The guy was Aflac. I doubt if they had a problem with me promoting them like that. But food culture in Japan been from 5K or more years because culture. What is this place? There's always things I don't understand when I'm walking by. Uh, 5 years because culture land. That's cool. That's cool, Abdul. Nah, Greece popularized. Oh, Greece. Oh, interesting. Weightlifting was popularized in Greece. Damn, you guys really know your history. I might have passed by here the other day. Here's another Don Quixote. Literally, Kichijoji has anything you can want in a city. I'd say the U.S. has had the biggest influence in the past few decades. Definitely propelled gym culture. You can get this everywhere. This is sweet potato, super healthy snack. Yeah, it's hot, it's warm. So yeah, your snacks, you have a choice between the ones that will kill you, KILLU, and these healthy snacks in Japan. Uh, yeah, you got everything here. You got little fishies. I love this part. Like, I don't know if you guys are amazed by this, but I'm always amazed. Every Don Quixote has a fish tank, sort of like those sharks we were looking at. In Japan, you see a lot of sharks in the restaurant aisles, and the fish are pretty friendly. They look at you, they come to you. But yeah, I had 4 copyrights from yesterday, so the way I'm shooting today, I wouldn't be surprised if it happens again. Pretty cool atmosphere in the Don Quixotes. They always got the Don Quixote song. So it's got something for everybody. If you like fish, if you're a kid, if you're an old man, they got something you're going to be interested in. If you like Nemo, I think he's Nemo's brother. I ate at a Chinese restaurant here that last live stream after I ended it with my lady, and it tasted pretty delicious. Lady friend, shall I say. Yeah, good Chinese food. If you're gonna eat unhealthy, eat early. That's my tip for those guys hitting the gym, trying to keep healthy, whatever. For those guys who don't, that drink all day, then I guess it's healthy because you don't get stressed if you're drinking all day. Then you'll be like me, stressed all the time. So, you gotta pick your battles out here. Let me catch up with the chats. Cool area and busy? Yeah, I think so too. I was shocked when I first learned about Kichijoji. But we've been down this street. You guys remember this street before, so we're gonna make a U-turn. And we're gonna show you the other side I haven't shown you. Look at that, they love their sweets out here in Japan, right? Look at that, they really know how to market their sweets too. This is called Papa Bubble. I'll show you, I think this is the thing that has these huge gummy frogs. I don't see it here today. I don't see the huge gummy frogs. By the way, looking for date ideas. Girls love this, and actually, I don't mess with most cakes, but the cheese, the fruit cakes with the fruit embedded, those can be pretty good sometimes. So you kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You treat yourself to a nice treat, and the girl likes the food too, even if she doesn't like you. Sometimes girls don't like me on the first dates. That's cool. It's life sometimes. Not everybody's gonna like you. How's your experience been with the other nationalities in Japan? Damn, this thing just got messed up here. You can see here. This thing can fall off sometimes, but how's your experience been with the other nationalities in Japan? I think you said there are women who are nicer than Japanese women in one of your videos. That's a good question, BP. I didn't. I won't say nicer. I won't say any nationality is nicer than the other, but I will say that. I mean, I don't know. I could say like. So like, if I say like, so from my experience, the Taiwan women I've met has been 100% out of 100% of 100. The only reason why Japanese I've had bad experiences to go with the good is I've just had so many experiences with Japanese women. especially crazy stories about how they're cheating on their. And I'm not saying all Japanese women cheat, but I'm saying like I found women that are cheating on their guy and don't even tell me. But that's in all cultures, and I'm sure if I dated enough of any girl from any country, I would encounter that. This is a place I haven't tried, but what do you guys think about Wagyu beef? I don't see what all the hype is about, even though I really love to get quality beef. To me, if it's Australian beef, it's good enough. If it's any Japanese beef, it's good enough. I think Wagyu is a little overpriced, but you guys just tell me, is my palate just not sophisticated enough? We got the light. Do I let this bus cross? Gaijin smash? I'll just say thank you. He probably thinks I'm live streaming. He's probably thinking, F you, dude. So that's my answer to the question. My experience with the women from Taiwan and Korea and the Philippines have always been nice. There's a lot of people who argue with me about the Philippines. And to be honest, I don't have that many experiences with the Philippines women here in Japan. And I don't know. I always hear like generalizations about women from different races and different countries. And even though I've had experience, like I rarely have, even the experiences that I say are bad aren't even really that bad when you put it in a perspective. So my answer to that is the other nationalities here in, I will say China, I have a little more rough experiences, not with dating. Like the dating of the Chinese girls here in Japan, I think, if my memory serves, only one girl, if you're not considering the girls from Taiwan, from China, that I dealt with, and she was lovely and unbelievably beautiful. And yeah, that just only lasted for maybe a few weeks, maybe. I think like a month and a half. So that's my answer to that, BP. It's kind of combobulated answer. Are there other foreign men friendly towards you, or do they overly compete, etc.? I think most guys are competing, both foreigners. Oh, I see. Foreign men friendly towards you. Yeah, I think they're all friendly. Like they have a smile in your face to stab you behind your back. If you really pay attention, I think they're I saw this advertisement. Have you guys seen this movie? Alien Romulus Lisu. Have you guys seen this movie? It's nice. Yo, they really have everything. I didn't realize they have this movie theater here. Kichijoji Odeon. That's cool. No joke, they got everything here. I stayed at a cafe room, an internet cafe, the other day. It had just opened up. I shot a few shorts that I didn't put up, but it's definitely cool. Yeah, you can like live there. It competes with the hotels. Kind of curious about this mall here. Just walk in here, Gaijin Smash, check it out a little bit, read some more chats. Yeah, I think the foreign friends guys are definitely friendly towards you, but if it's really real, honest, I'm not really sure. You know, don't believe every smile, don't believe every advertisement. Everyone's got an agenda. Whether it aligns with, if their agenda aligns with yours, rock with them. If it doesn't, move on. Don't argue, don't fight. That's my methodology towards things. Guys, this is what I consider unhealthy in Japan, and it's pretty healthy compared to America. All right. We're gonna come out on the other side. Craft beer is huge here, guys, for you beer lovers. And there's a lot of beer loving. By the way, all the expats, even if they don't like you, well, actually, there's some angry drunks. I have one friend who's an angry drunk. He literally gets into a fight with my friends when he gets drunk. He insulted me the other day, but you know me, I just let things slide right off when people insult me. I'm not joking. I'm dead. I'm DEADASS serious. This is the Netolumu. So I called it an internet cafe. It's called the Netolumu. And as you can see by the prices, it's crazy. You could bring a lady here in like your own new room, and it's new since it's a new place. The rooms are brand new, super clean feeling. They're not all like this, but look at the price. Everywhere else I went, it was not like this. So you can hang out with her for 3 hours for 1,000 yen. Crazy, super cheap. Hang out, watch some movies, watch how my videos are pixelated on the big screens. Have a good time. They have a shower room and everything. Look, this is literally what it looks like inside. I'll post the shorts sometime. It's like brand new. You can shower. It's got unlimited drinks. This is crazy. You can come here instead of a convenience store and just do that. So interesting. Can you expand on your thoughts on the Taiwanese women are so beautiful. Like I gotta visit Taiwan. I always say, why are there kids walking here? This neighborhood has some questionable stuff, but I'll leave them off the camera. The Taiwan women are just ridiculously beautiful. That's all I gotta say. I mean, there's nothing. And the other two is the personalities. But I will add as a caveat to kind of, because my opinion is a little warped, because like, so I'll give you an example. Like the last girl from Taiwan I met was super smart. She's a doctor in her country here on business. So are all of the women in Taiwan here on business and on business trips and have their own Airbnb or hotel and doctors? And no, they're not. So if a girl from Taiwan is in Japan, you know, she's definitely doing better than the average middle class or below middle class person in Taiwan. So I'm just going off my experience in Japan, BP. They're incredible women. My whole thing is like, especially if you meet them in Japan or New York, just drop your stereotypes that you've heard about women from their country and just treat them one-on-one. And then drop them if they suck. If they're good, rock with them, and you'll find out the women for all the countries are amazing. And it'll be, if like I was dating a girl from Bolivia, super young girl back in New York, I'll give you as an example. And that's one of the rare situations where I actually dealt with her, but when she's, to me, she was cool, but when she went back to Bolivia and said she wanted to come back to New York to see me, she was like, hey, can you pay for me to come out? And you knew my answer. The answer is no. And that was that. She ended up marrying a guy. Guys, I've talked to so many girls who've ended up marrying guys. It's crazy. These girls marry guys in like their early 20s. Absolutely ridiculous. Yup, BP's like, rant's over. It's fair enough. Got your point. And I'm like, yo, man, great question. Happy I answered it for you, BP. You the man. And, you know, you're not the only one benefiting here from your questions. Other people have your questions too. And like, everyone's getting answers, and it's giving me extra perspective on things. Japan's super convenient. So like, I know a lot of foreigners here in Japan. They don't have their own apartments, and they live in, the reason why I'm talking about this now is I'm walking by this rest place. So it's like, 4,900 for a rest and 8,500 for a stay. So you don't have to have your own apartment. If your girl is down for it, you can go to one of these places, handle your interactions, as I call it. And, you know, you don't have to pay for your own apartment. But like I said before, apartments are so cheap here. To me, it's very similar to getting like a share house. The only problem is, so I was just talking about this with my friend who goes back and forth between Philippines, Thailand, etc. By the way, has anybody in the chat ever gotten a shave? Sometimes I feel like getting a clean shave for 1,000 yen. Because like, I'm just not happy with my electric shaver. I never have a super clean shave. I mean, I think to other people it's fine, but I think it'd be nice to have just a clean shave, like even on the neck part. Because I feel it's super hard to shave the neck unless I'm just really bad at shaving the neck. Anyway, this is a very interesting place. There's a lot to show you guys. So what this place does Let me see if you guys can guess this. I'll just explain it slowly while you try and understand it. So basically, they take regular yogurt and then you choose what to blend it with, and it ends up colorful. I was trying to figure it out. It's very popular. I'll just show you guys the inside. Yogurt, things you can mix with it. All right. OIR, I'm in Kichijoji. It's not one of the 23 wards of Tokyo, but within 3 minutes on the train, you will be within the 23 wards. So super hipster place. Everybody from Tokyo comes here. To me, it's the honorary 24th ward of Tokyo. BPS. BP is going to be able to coach people on how to be in Japan after these questions. He's asking all the meaningful questions. Do you maintain your US accounts, or have you switched over to mainly Japanese bank accounts? Great question. So a lot of people, especially according to my accountant, do like close their accounts. I made the mistake of switching my business checking account. Big mistake. So when I went to America last year, I had to open up another business checking account, but I was in California, so it wasn't even as good as, yeah. I mean, long story short is, oh, TOTA says I want to go to Kichijoji. I don't blame you, man. It's a happening spot. There's a lot going out here. It's great to live here. But I will be honest, like dealing with the real estate agents will show you a couple when I make a left. They're, they're not as friendly. They're more friendly than some neighborhoods. I went to Takata no Baba and it wasn't too friendly. Do you invest in funds? So before I started day trading, I was invested in the S&P 500 fund. It's a great fund. I've said it before, I'll say it again. When it comes to day trading, invest with what you, industries that you know about and with money you don't care about. But yeah, I've just left my money in my stocks. Like right now, I'm just investing in myself. So like, I have a little bit of Bitcoin. I have a little bit of individual stocks. I'm just trying to tread water. And I'm kind of in grind mode, just trying the best I can with making money online. So we'll see how that goes. Yesterday, I try and pick up a client here or there while I'm out and about in Japan. But Japanese clients are very tricky. That's why I don't even do I love Japanese people, but I don't even do YouTube for Japanese people. I do YouTube for English speakers because that's just the clientele I prefer to deal with, because I'm just not used to the shopping tendencies, and honestly it kind of bothers me how they communicate. Like, I love living here, but the way they communicate as customers or just not for me. I'm better at dealing with English speaking clientele and English speaking mindsets clientele. I'm very straightforward. I want honest answers, and I'm not super smiley. It just makes sense for the other types of people for me to do business with them. And that's why even if I speak Japanese on my live streams, I'll quickly translate it for the audience. I really want the English speaking audience. BP interest in my broker said, I can't keep investing in European funds if I become a non-resident by moving to Japan. Interesting fact, that reminds me, so good point, and it makes me think about something BP. So you guys won't believe this, but actually people who are married to Japanese women, kawaii. ビデオできますか? 早いビデオできますか? 大丈夫? ライブストリーム。めっちゃ可愛い。これはたまに小さいワンちゃんは すごい可愛いでしょこれ。はい、ありがとうございます。So, you guys saw that? They had the doggies in the baby carriage. That's Japan for you. But back to the stocks question. Can't keep investing in European. Oh, so guys who are married to Japanese women that have enough money that they're bothered by the taxes, they actually end up asking to get out of their spouse visa because of the tax implications and how their money is affected by being a resident in Japan due to their marital status. So it's actually bad to get married to a Japanese wife in Japan if you have money. If you don't have much money or you're middle class, it's okay. But so like it gets very tricky when you have money and you're living overseas, which is the best place to live. And this goes for business and personal taxes. So a lot of dynamics. And it's not something that I'm good at. Like even my taxes that I file, speaking of which, guys, I think the end of the deadline for business taxes in America, the maximum extension is this month. But I'll still do live streams no matter what. So if anyone's living overseas here that have delayed their business taxes, this is the final frontier. You can delay. This watermelon looks awesome. Another dog in a carriage. Crazy. Why do these kids always try to walk up in my stream? So let me see. If I become oh shit. All right. So yeah, so it looks like your broker is a good one. Looks like you're on top of it. I'm not surprised you're making moves like that, brother. Grand Slam. これはライブですか？コンサート。はい、ありがとうございます。Let me see. Let me see. My brother said I can't keep investing in European funds if I become a non-resident. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about, BP. Like, I believe your broker. It's very annoying, like when you live overseas, the implications. But yeah, that's very something to keep an eye on. I can buy individual stocks though, but that isn't as appealing. Yeah, that makes sense. Do you sometimes rent a car to see different areas of Japan? I haven't driven in Japan yet, but yeah, I was with a girl who rented a car in Okinawa. The tire popped twice. And luckily, the insurance we had covered it, but I was with another girl that the insurance didn't cover it when she was helping me move. And she actually had insurance, and they still charged her like $1,000 for like a paint job scratch. And that was terrible. So you have these outlets for different types of things. I recommend to never buy stuff from these outlets. As you can see, this is a huge shopping mall. And if you zoom in more and look at all the lights, you can see the shopping mall goes for on and on and on. But like if you're gonna buy something from these places, like especially these side stores, where like if you come back with a receipt and be like, hey, I don't want this, they're gonna give you crazy attitudes. So I recommend buying anything from the shopping malls. So I just wanted to point that out to you. So twice holy moly. Pain. Did you say pain? Man. Shabu is here, folks. Let me catch up on the chats. Hey, all right. I answered that question. Interesting. I can buy individual stocks. Answer the question about the cars. Hey, kawaii. Yup, kawaii everywhere. I didn't know that, so they do stay long term. Wouldn't it be similar tax situation? Yeah, BP. Yo, man. I will say the one downside of living overseas is just like it's not as smooth as your own native country. So, best have a accountant, or some people recommend good accountants when you are down here because you'll need it, especially if you do complicated business stuff like me and you're not just a regular employee. Like, don't get me wrong, I have been a regular employee here from time to time, but I still conduct my business stuff at the same time, even if I'm working a full-time job. Uh, so that's a great question. Renting a car to see different parts of Japan. Guys, if you don't want to drive here, if you're a city boy like me, then just get girls who drive. You could go to Kanagawa or Chiba to find those girls, swipe them right on Tinder. Actually, they'll be on the train. You can pick them up on the train. Sometimes they'll be the cutest ones on the train. Didn't know that. So how do you stay long term? Wouldn't it be a similar? Yeah, I answered that twice. Holy, I'm caught up on the floor, the shops in the shopping malls. Those are the best places. I'm caught up on chats, and we made it past the hour mark, and we got some likes. Okay, so we're ready to pass through this part. I think I already went past this part. Um, let's see. Okay, I know where I'll show you guys. There's another part of Kichijoji I haven't shown you guys. And it's not this part, but let's just experience the cuteness, which is Japan, real quick for 15 seconds. How do they keep making money off this ish? But actually, I understand this. I actually want that. I want this for my house. I want that character. That'd be so cool. Like a big ghost man for Mario. What industry are you in now, if you don't mind me asking? So I think I've told you guys before, I went from finance, selling to finance firms, to recruiting, and then I went back to teaching because for like between my own personal clients, like most of them are my own clients, I basically spend, I mean, sometimes I do sales, it's kind of sales, but I spend about 10 hours a week combined with all my students from all over Japan teaching, unless they cancel their meetings, which they do. And I can always go back to sales if I want to, because sales is a grind. But typically, whenever I need money in a crunch, like a lot of money, I just go back to sales. But it's such a pain in the butt. And I can actually bring like guys from the guys, there's a lot of guys I know in IT and sales that won't show their face on camera. I had one of the guys who was at the beach with me interviewing the girls like crazy. I guess he didn't care because once he saw those girls, he dropped his opinion. Thank you. On not being on camera, but they're really shy and they're not really like the guys who have the real information are not these. What the hell? The guys who have their true real information, they aren't speaking the BS. They won't even appear on YouTube. That's how you get all these lies on YouTube. These I won't say liars, and like I said before, I want them to entertain, and there sometimes occasionally can be some good information. But yeah, I'll get these guys that talk in depth, because the only time I actually like talking about sales is when I'm doing it. If I'm not like, because it kind of helps you kind of manipulate the commission plans, but if I'm not doing it, or like on a live stream, I'll listen to a guy rant about his sales job. But like in real life, they want me to listen to them for free, complain, so they don't need a psychiatrist. Like, sales is rough. I don't think it's worth the money. But anyway, I want to show you this other part. So we're cutting through here again. Are you on the self-employed? Yeah, catching up on these chats. Many cultures. Why is all these? So basically, I'm always in a bunch of industries, BP. I consider the main industry I spend most of my time in on like YouTube and like tech stuff. So, all right, about to show you some interesting stuff that I didn't know about Japan, or I didn't know about Kichijoji. All right, so first up, first thing is, at nighttime, the city looks completely different. So you'll see storefronts. I'll give you an example. So, did you just catch what I walked by? Let me do a repeat. Let me just walk by it one more time. You catch that? I don't think you did. I never catch this. So at nighttime, this lights up, and this is a girls' bar. And then I'm so surprised that there's so many places like this here. And it just becomes a different city, because right now, it's not lit up. You don't even notice it, see? Unless I zoom in like this, you don't notice what's there. You just see restaurants. So this is actually like a hidden REDLIGHT district. So all the salarymen, you know, they're talking about cheating culture. Someone asked me in a recent video about it. Like, this is where they go. It's a crazy city, but they make sure everybody's happy in one way or another, whether it's shopping, whether it's gambling. Anyway, I digress. Back to the chats. Are you on the self-employed business management visa or something? I thought about the business management visa, but I always, if you talk to foreigners, a lot of foreigners are finagling working visas of one way or another. There's so many different types. There's literally 9 or 10 visas, and I have to do a video on it. I've just been slacking because the tech side is a nightmare. I'm not a tech guy. I'm like a talker, a B2B sales guy, so that's my excuse. I hope you accept it, but I'll get to it in due time. But you know, it's been a year of juggling things, but we getting it done. As you can see, I'm still working, still doing the live streams. Oh, snap. Yeah, that was my only chance to... Can I cross there? Where am I? Oh, I know where I'm trying to take you guys. Okay. Yeah, the business management visa, I made a friend because I wanted really bad to do the business management visa. Because at the time I had it, now I don't really have the funds, but like 50,000, so basically it's about 30,000, maybe a little more American dollars. I mean, even if you don't have the funds, you can make it happen with credit. I got to talk about credit and student loans in like a whole nother video, a whole nother live stream, especially when I can finally sit down to do a live stream. We're just going to walk straight. I'm going to show you some cool stuff. But yeah, I never, and the business management visa is one of the few visas I ended up never doing. So that, to answer your question, BP, that could be far from the center, I think. BP is a knowledgeable person. Welcome. Yeah, Abdul, thanks for recognizing him. I definitely recognize BP. He's a man. Yeah, I'm a sales guy. Did sales in New York. If it wasn't for sales, I don't know where my money be, because I don't think I'm really a hardcore studier to like be a doctor or something. Maybe I could, but I don't know. I feel like my ADD would just kick in if I gotta do sales all the time. If I gotta do studies all the time. Sales is the thing for me. I love sales. I just don't like the managers and the craziness, the nepotism with the sales managers. They seem like drug addicts to me. Like they just like they need money for their next CRACK binge. You know what I mean? They're just out of control in sales, man. Like, dude, you're making 6 figures a year, at least most years. Like, save some money. Why are you harassing me? I did great last month. I've been doing great for the year. Don't harass me. I need to take a break sometimes. But they don't know that, so they lose good salespeople. And most of their salespeople couldn't sell salt to the ocean. They couldn't sell a lake to a fish out of water. They can't sell. Most salespeople can't sell. They have to go to Nakano Business School and get MBAs and law degrees and all of this stuff to make up for the fact they can't sell. Rant over. I'll stop. Why did I just rant on you guys? I'm sorry about that. I think I kind of like live streaming for that. You can just kind of express yourself. Let me see. Yeah, I'm doing well in Japan, BP. Thanks, man. Planning to visit Japan soon, Abdul. Yep. Yo, man, say what's up, Abdul. Yo, you're the man, man. You guys are the man. BP, Abdul, all of you guys, say what's up when you come here. Have a beer, man. I think beer is my alcohol of choice. Beer and rum, definitely. Here's some cool parts we're about to show. If you need parking in Kichijoji, this is a great question I didn't know the answer to until recently. This place with all these balloons, I don't know what they're called. This is where you park. You can park on this floor. You can park on the floor above it, and it's pretty cheap. And this guy, he helped me out when I was asking him about it before. We're gonna pass by a cool few shops. I'll show you. Yeah, we're still in Kichijoji, Carlos Ruiz. How long have I been in Japan overall? 5 years. Yep, can't wait till you visit Japan, Abdul. Yeah, we gotta talk about the visas, man. And I gotta do a sit-down video for either a sit-down live stream or an actual video with editing for visas. Because, like, it's long overdue. People need to know about the visa options in Japan, including me, since there's been a few updates. So I'll have to research and maybe react to a couple videos that are hiding in the YouTube algorithm. And trust me, they're hiding beneath all the nonsense about, getting paid $75,000 to have babies in Japan, which is absolutely crazy. And even though I tried to dispel the myth, some people were complaining, saying I wasn't dispelling the myth, but adding to the misinformation on the internet. It's like, did you guys watch the video? I don't think they did. I really don't think they did. Is this a key shop? Oh, it's a fishing shop. Okay. All right, back to the renting. Yeah, he just wanted to tell me. Oh, he wasn't talking to me. Sometimes you're self-conscious when you're live streaming, guys. Oh, look at where we are. Yeah, this whole place lights up. You guys don't realize this. I thought this was a regular place before when I used to walk through this place. They even have the Nakano School of Business here. In the middle of the REDLIGHT. This is why nobody realizes this is what it is until 6 or 7 p.m. But they have movies for free here? Oh, I see. So this is so funny, guys. I can't make a video like this because this is too crazy. I'll briefly go through this. I don't want to get NSB Nakano School of Business. And you think, oh, this is just a regular area. Then you see this. If you're here at night, this place lights up like the casinos in Las Vegas. Hotel La Veste. And when you go inside and you see the people, the folks and clientele walking in, you understand what it is. I think this is open 24 hours. Looks like a pretty sleek, chic place to take your girlfriend or wife or lover or lady friend or lady associate, as I may call them sometimes. You know what's shocking to me, by the way, guys? I got to say something. What's shocking to me is that sometimes a girl can be over the age of 30, not have her own apartment, and live at home in Japan. Some of these girls are ridiculously beautiful, so there may be times in my life I continue to deal with them, even though I know what it is I'm getting myself into, but yeah, this place is dope. I just get paid for advertising, but who knows what you get flagged for. This place is cool. This is super interesting at night. This is the daytime view. Let's look at the prices. Doesn't say. This is one of the more expensive ones. But for 1 hour, Oh, this first floor, second floor, different prices. You gotta know Japanese to know some of the real hidden parts of Japan. Or be with the in crowd. So I answered Carlo Ruiz what neighborhood this is. I remember to going to Kichijoji with my daughter last year. That's so funny. Like people walk, but that's cool, Tota. How did Tota, or I think I'm saying your name, Tota, how did you like Kichijoji when you went with your daughter? I think there's a anime exhibit. There's like this thing that kids love. I forget the name of it. Did you bring her to go there? Did you take her to the park? There's a zoo here. Did you take her to the zoo? The zoo, guys, is like a 7 or 8 minute walk here. I haven't been there, but I walked outside. I realized it a day or two ago when I think 2 days ago I was over here, and I realized there was a zoo here. Yeah, how did you guys like it? That's a great idea to bring your daughter here. Abdul says, I think he been from years. So you speak any Japanese? Real Deal asks. I think Real Deal is asking me, Nihongo dekimasu. 大抵日本語を使いますでも、ちょっとうるさいから、会社員は僕の日本語わからない。もうたまに敬語、たまにめっちゃ簡単日本語を使います。とにかく日本語を喋ます、話します。So I speak some Japanese, Real Deal 3. Good question. Because my streams are all in English, right? So it's a great question, actually. Abdul retracted the message. Why do you think about Japanese beers? Try some in Europe, and they don't seem as strong. My favorite Japanese beer, I don't know if it's because of the strength, but it's Heartland. I always ask for a Heartland, and usually they don't have it. So then I just have a Kirin or something, but I'll take any beer over hard liquors unless rum. I love rum. But Japanese beer is great. Asahi is good beer. So, yeah, what do you guys think of the Japanese beers? Do you think they're not as strong as BP says? I think Japan culture about time of fun everywhere. And they become so well known as top secret. Yup. TB Frank, a lot of Europeans live at home until 30. Well, I guess the girls in their 30s, you can't complain about it. Like if I was a beautiful Japanese girl in her 30s, I'd do the same thing. And those girls are mopping the floor with the young girls with the foreigners, because the foreigners don't care about that alpha stuff. They're just here to have a beautiful woman, and they can just go through hundreds, literally thousands if they want to, of beautiful girls in their 30s. The thing about women in their 30s in Japan, fellas, these girls are smoking hot. Like you really can't tell between a girl in her 30s and early 20s. If a girl's 20 compared to a girl who's in her 30s, you could kind of tell. But like 22 and a 34-year-old girl, sometimes like the ones who are healthy. And to be honest, like in retrospect, if a girl looks that good in her 30s, it shows me she wasn't completely reckless with her early 20s. So I'll give her a shot, depending on where I am in life. Great point, BP. You guys are covering this discussion like G's. You guys are on it. You guys know what it's about. It's why passport sisters struggle in Spain and Italy. Woo! BP, hit it. Woo! BP brought the passport sisters into the chat. Oh boy. If a passport sister's on this, I'm down to get a dislike, but keep on bringing the heat. Bring the heat. I'm with it. I want this conversation, BP. I want it. Let me catch up on the chats. But that's true, BP. I love that comment. Should I pin that comment, guys? Let me know. Should I pin BP's passport sisters comment? I really want to. BP says typically, it's better in Scandinavia, Switzerland, UK, France, and Germany. BP is laughing. Yeah, man. I loved that comment. I absolutely love that comment, especially since I'm sleepy. I love that comment, man. You catching the real Royale with cheese today. I love the vibe here. I wish I could hear people instead of read people, but still a dope vibe. Usually over here to the side, there's this shopping mall thing. Now, if you really want to see the pretty girls, go to the shopping malls in Harajuku and Shinjuku. Even though Shibuya is interesting, it doesn't compare to the talent and quality of people in Shinjuku and Harajuku. Oh my God, it's better in Scandinavia. I was trying to read that chat. Cinema. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Cinema. Um, yeah, man. I just love Kichijoji. It's super convenient. The thing what's dope about Kichijoji, if you guys are actually living in Tokyo, Japan, is that you can get the convenience of literally any store, especially for tech stuff, if you're not shopping on Amazon or if you need something in a rush, without dealing with the Shibuya crowd of people if you don't want to deal with that. Sometimes you're just not in the mood, honestly, depending on what kind of mood Japan has you in. So, by the way, guys, tell me why in every neighborhood Starbucks literally has 5 or more locations. Dina and DeLuca is popping from New York. They have a lot of pop-up shops. I mean, like, guys, if it wasn't for the Japanese, like, Tokyo is just like New York, guys. I can't say it enough. Except for Tokyo is not. Oh, this is wonderful. This is beautiful. What do you guys think? Nice views, right? All right. We're gonna go show you a street alleyway. Baskin Robbins is huge here. This is a great ice cream date. This is very cheap. If you take a girl here, she'll love you for life. This is like, what are those like? Oh my God. You don't see this very often in Kichijoji, by the way. It's more of a Shibuya, Shinjuku type thing. We're gonna cross the street, make sure there's no issues here with the buses. We're gonna go in this alleyway, just show you some of these inner streets. A really good gyoza place I ate at one time. Yeah, this place is cool in here. This is where you go. This is like the bars. This is like the golden guy of Kichijoji. Oh, this is the gyoza place I ate at. It's actually very popular. It doesn't look like much. Whenever you're in a place like this, Kichijoji, what I do is I just let the girl find the place. Cilantro? それは cilantro? それは何? The 野菜. Oh, cup. 健康でしょ? Mama, healthy. Healthy? You speak English?
Yeah, I speak. I don't know.
Do you put this in the food?
Yeah.
Is this Thai food?
Yeah, it's Thai food. Like it is kapao.
Oh, gapao. That's why they call it gapao, because of the vegetable.
Yeah.
Let me smell it again.
Yeah.
Wow.
They put in a
This is a Thai place? I didn't know that. You guys have pad Thai during lunchtime? Pad Thai?
Pad Thai.
Okay, I have to come here. Do you have lunchtime here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me check.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, like we don't have the details. Only dinner.
Only dinner. Ah, I see. Thank you. You're great. What's the name of this place? Kokonatsu? Okay, Asia Kokonatsu. Arigatou gozaimasu. Bye bye. All right. PR Mad says, yo, what's up, PR? I've eaten here, by the way, too, guys. I've eaten at a lot of places I didn't realize. This place is crazy. Anyway, that's a crazy part of one of the interesting parts. So yeah, I don't think I showed everything, but if I keep walking straight, where does that turn into? I think I know what it turns into. Yeah, I think I showed you guys main parts, at least which I have the mental bandwidth to show you. What's up, Bmar, man? How you doing? Yeah, it's Cinema Abdul. Well put. Oh, snap. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you. Yeah, guys, so let's see. Tomorrow, I will try to show you guys Shibuya at 9 p.m., specifically that time. It might be a little too crazy because it's a Thursday night over here. It might be too super crowded, but last night, was it? I'm sorry, not Shibuya, Shinjuku. I was in Shinjuku, and that was nuts. And the reason why I say it was nuts because, let's see, today's Wednesday. It was Tuesday night, and just what I witnessed, what I saw, it was nuts. And I wish I would have caught it on camera, but I had already done my live streams. But yeah, man, we out here. Yeah, so we caught you up at the shopping mall, some cool stuff. Well, you and I have never seen before. Caught you up with, by the way, this Shakey's, I did post a YouTube short about it when I was on a date. This is an all-you-can-eat pizza place if you don't want to deal Domino's and you want to get your pizza fix. This guy right here is one of the crazy, unique things you will see. By the way, these guys who dress up like this in the street performers, they travel to all the hotspots, Shibuya, Shinjuku, so you'll see them everywhere. Carlos Ruiz, the soaplands or the SOAP. I'll just change subject and go back to it because I know someone who is DEMONITTIZED on YouTube because he was covering that topic on his video. So I will not say that word out loud, but I'll explain right now where the SOAPLANDS are. Basically, the ones that I know about that I've seen is over in Shinjuku. It took me, I hadn't seen it until literally I started live streaming, but it's been there the whole time and very easy to find if you're more observant than me. And I think I've showed it on the live stream, maybe I haven't, but I'll show it to you guys next time I'm in Shinjuku. Yeah, there's a lot to Shinjuku I haven't really explored and examined and brought to the attention of you guys. Part of it's my fault, part of it is maybe I should get another guy on the stream like I've been doing this. But yeah. It's pretty wild out here. Good question, Carlos. Where are you, bro? I'm in Japan, Osaka. VY store, I will be in Osaka, I think next week. Let's see, today's the 10th, today's the 11th. Yeah, within the next 10 days, I'll be in Osaka for at least 5 days. So we can hang out. Just hit me on the Instagram attached to this YouTube channel. Forgive me for responding a few days late if I do. And yeah, we can meet up, you know, do a collabo video, your experience, whatever. Maybe include you on a live stream to give me a little rest. Um, I'm just trying to catch up on chat, so starting to walk around in circles. Carlos Ruiz says, okay, I understand. Awesome. Thanks, bro, for the live stream. You're welcome, brother. Thank you. You should have to go to countryside areas. It is very beautiful. I agree with you, VYSOR. Super beautiful. I've taken video of it, but those were before the days I started live streaming. So we shall. The tricky thing about the countryside, especially based off yesterday when my battery died during the live stream, is sometimes I worry about reception on the countryside, but good points. So yeah, we got a lot of people watching the chats. Feel free to ask me questions because ask me questions, and then in the meantime, we'll venture into some unique parts of this area. In the meantime, while you load up the questions. This is Parco. I think there's a few Parco malls within Japan. I could be wrong, but I feel like I see this type of mall. I have done a YouTube short when I was on a date. I don't know if I published it or not, but it was about Granny Smith. She said she wanted an apple pie. She was wearing a cute outfit, so I made a little YouTube short out of it. They're hiring guys. By the way, jobs working at restaurants, don't sleep on them, guys. You can learn Japanese, get some dating, learn the culture. Arigatou gozaimasu. 前に食べた。めっちゃ美味しい。ありがとうございます。すごい。何時まで？ 8時？ OK。ありがとうございます。New Era is popular out here. I think why? So there's a lot of Japanese brands that do collaborations. The opportunity for business out here, if you do, man, once you get in business, there's so many ways you could scale and elaborate. You don't got to stick to one thing. That's why I'm trying to get on the, trying to get better with this stuff, but one day at a time. And then if you start doing money making, if you start a business, if you measure where you're at, like if you start a business or start to get in the industry in January, then later on in the year, you can see your progress. It's remarkable to see your results. So just stay patient, man. Most people don't have people rooting for them. So you just have to be kind to yourself, but also hold yourself to check and be honest with yourself, because a lot of people just aren't honest with themselves, and a lot of people, they just don't want that smoke. Business is difficult. A lot of people don't want to deal with business when it's difficult. They'll see it. I see a lot of guys make attempts in business and they'll try for a few years, but a lot of guys, if they don't make it within a few years, they just give up, and I get it. And that's okay. Not everybody has to be a business person, but it sounds like there's some business-minded people in the chat. So for those people BP, etc., that really trying to max out and scope their horizons, then, we just got to stay hustling till we get to the spot we want to be. And success is not like a dollar amount. It's, to me, everyone has their own opinion of success. To me, success is living a long, healthy, happy life. And money is a big part of that. Or how you manage money. And you can have no money, but if you're with a girl who likes you and she's generous, even though we're talking about a unicorn here or a needle in a haystack, then that's a way to manage money. Then I'll give you props. That's a great question. I didn't see the other chats, but I just saw this question. Let me back up and check the question. He's asking New York or Tokyo, both. So my friend was asking me, we were talking about this on the train yesterday, on the way to Akihabara. And I was saying, if I had all the money in the world right now, I go to New York until it gets cold. I'd hang out with my brother down there. I'd party a bit. I would do all this stuff. Then I'd go to maybe Miami, not California. I mean, I do want to see my grandma in California. So I would go to California. I'd visit my grandma. For sure, 100%. You know, you don't know how long we have, man. So you gotta visit your loved ones or your peoples. Even if they're not your peoples, even if you love them and they don't love you, you know? But yeah, I think New York, I prefer both New York and Tokyo because they're the city, especially while I'm grinding. And then after I'm grinding, well, I have to just examine that. That was a great question. Did I miss out? Where are you from and where are you going? We going to the moon and I'm from New York. I'm going back to Setsugayaku or my lady's room after this. And she doesn't live in Setsugayaku, and where she lives, I guess it doesn't matter as long as I know where she lives. Where's the budget like in Tokyo? Is it expensive? You missed great question. I will say you're gonna laugh and think like I'm misinformed, but this is the truth. It's $300 and up because you can literally get a place for a little over Sanman N. It's gonna be a crappy place. And up, it can be the thousands. It could get just as expensive as New York. And you don't have to get a smart place in Tokyo, but it's gonna cost you. So you have reasonable price small places, super tiny places, ridiculously tiny places in Tokyo. And you have regular size, American size, large apartments in Tokyo, but it will cost you American prices and more. Definitely New York prices, especially depending on the location. Unless you want to live in Kanagawa, where we were at Tsukuba yesterday in Chiba. Does that answer your question? And I could back it up if I was nearby a real estate agency. If you want, Carlos, I can pass by some real estate agencies. Was it Carlos who asked the question about the budget like in Tokyo? But Carlos, were you talking about the budget in terms of renting? Do Japanese businesses have lower budgets for B2B services? Their budgets are higher, in my opinion, for B2B services. Like you want a Japanese, if you sell websites, for example, or social media services or marketing, you want a Japanese client because these guys spend way too much money. They spend 10 times more than they should for these types of services. You're not getting tired of Japan, are you, bro? No, Gore, I'm not getting tired of Japan. I am getting tired of the administrative parts, but I have ways to counteract that. Basically, I get tired of a lot of things in life, but see, the things is like Japan has good parts and bad parts, but its good parts outweigh the bad parts for me. But like other people, I'd recommend New York instead of Tokyo, especially depending on your age, etc. I'm doing good, Gort. Thanks for asking, brother. I don't show KIDS, but they appear sometimes, so that's when you see me switching my camera a lot, because on my left-hand side is a KID and a stroller, so I don't want to show that. I don't know how this live stream works. I need a tutorial on this. There's no live stream tutorial classes, so I just try and use sound judgment, guys. To Japanese. Yo, man, everyone, what's up? Konnichiwa, ETC in the house again. How you doing, ETC? What are the budgets to live a great life? It depends what you consider great life. Is it free time or is it money? Or is it the quality of girls you're dealing with? This is how our conversation started yesterday because my friends, so this is what I wish every guy knew. Is not about looks. No matter how tall you are, no matter how great. Like usually the worst looking guys are with the best looking girls because they just abuse the system in Japan. Like no matter what you look like, if you're a foreigner in Japan, there's no excuse for you to not have an absolutely stunning, gorgeous, fit, beautiful Japanese woman in her 30s at the very least. Maybe you don't got skills for the others. Maybe you can't get the Taiwan girls, Philippine girls, Chinese girls, Korean girls like me in Japan, but you definitely can get at least the Japanese girls in their 30s. stunning girls. And if that's good enough for you, you can be a teacher making 200,000 yen a month, and that's enough. But some guys have bigger appetites. And for those guys, it's going to cost you a lot more. You got to get into sales, you got to get into recruiting. Teaching for an Eikaiwa or an ALT firm is not going to do it. And by the way, guys, quick note on that. You don't need to pay money to be an English teacher. If you want to be an English teacher in Japan, just come to Japan, especially if you're young. And I'll make like a detailed video about this in the future and answer any questions continuing. It's interesting. I thought Japanese businesses would spend less because the salaries are lower. Yo, man, BP, yeah, it is super interesting. I'm shocked when I see how much the Japanese businesses are spending on these services. Guys, I used to make websites, and I still do occasionally. Yo, when I see how much they're spending, like, if they weren't so annoying for me to deal with, I'm not saying they're annoying, I'm saying they're annoying for me. I just don't have the patience for it. When I was selling the data to these banks in Japan, like, my sales cycle, and my sales manager was patient and she let me know it, was gonna be like 1 year and 2 year sales cycles to sell a product. From where I come to B2B sales in New York, I'm used to a lot shorter sales cycle. And unless you're paying me top dollar, like 6 figures a year base salary, and then you're pressuring me for the sales targets, I'm not gonna want a long sales cycle. And like, for any of you guys who are in B2B sales who know what I'm talking about, for those who know, they know what it is. For those in the industry. Great parts you guys are bringing up. Gort, what kind of life would one have at the budget? Is 800 AUD? AUD. Snap. AUD per month. Is it USD? AUD Australian. Can you convert that to American dollars for me? Oh, USD. All right. $800. I don't think it's a good life for a man to live. I recommend more. I'd recommend 1,600. Double that, Gort. 1,600 USD. A life, if you're outside the city, Gort, 800 USD. Yeah, that's rough. You'd be eating ramen noodles for life. I'm in a family mart right now. I'll show you. You can survive. This is what would be your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Let me show you guys. I'll show you exactly what you'd be eating every day. Like, you're gonna have to get skinny. You're gonna have to burn calories like a 5-foot girl who doesn't walk around a lot. This is the price. This will fill you up. It doesn't tell you the calories, but you just multiply this by 3 times 30 days. That would be your food budget. See, I like red bean buns, 130 yen. And if you want the pork buns, 156 yen. Times 3 times 30 days. You could survive, but you want to live like that? But that's a great question. But Gort covers all the angles, so that's a great question. I love that question. I appreciate that. ETC says, Oi desu ka? Okay, cool. Keep up the good word. Love from Pakistan. Malik, appreciate you saying that. I will continue to do my best. It started to get dark, guys. And if I stay out here in the dark, you guys are gonna see Kichijoji gradually change in front of your eyes. When nighttime comes, the Kichijojis come out. Let's speed up a little bit here. I appreciate you guys giving me props for my work, man, because I was tired today. Catch up with the chats. Got to visit Pakistan sometime as well, Mike. Thank you. I guess a great life would be quality girls. BP, you're on it. Exactly. Batteries below 20%, so that tells me where I should be. Food, living in a great area, social clubs or circles, traveling. Hold on, let me just walk. Catch up on the chats. Let me just get where I'm going real quick. BP, I guess a great life, quality girls, great food, living in a great area, social clubs or circles, traveling around Japan, saving, investing, etc. Where's the board? Great question, BP. I'd say the minimum, if you're like me, I go for a lot more because I know I have the ability to make the money and it doesn't hurt to try. But you can do really well on a budget of $200,000 a month, which is the cheapest English teacher salary in Japan. And you don't need a course for that. Just come here. By hook or crook, just figure out how to come here. Does that answer your question, BP? That I said the budget would be 200,000, which is like 1,500 or less American. Here's another Starbucks, guys. This Starbucks is cool. You guys see it? It's really cool inside, but we can save ourselves the stress from going in there. Yeah, those buns are super cheap and they're filling, man. You can live off that. But I'd only recommend to do that until you're 25. Otherwise, that could cause some health issues. I don't know it. I'm not a nutritionist. I don't know what's in them. But they are delicious as hell. We're going to see how the streets has changed. We're going to go down the street we've never gone before. Starting in about 1 minute. Just got to make it past the working crowd. Working crowd's exiting out of Kichijoji. And the players and the gangsters in Gangsterville are coming out soon. Great questions out there. 1,600 more is a good monthly budget. Thanks, bro. You got it, Carlos. And you'll be swimming in more, you know what, before you know it. You have to ask your Panani creatures, your lady friends, to take a break sometimes. I'm serious. You need to take breaks, folks. Like Japan is not normal. Like, men were not made for this much love. We were made for like a little more love than in Western civilization, the average man, but a little less than Japan. Like, guys can self-delete by accident because it's too much love. If you want to indulge, you better get the nutrition and the sleep out here because it's a little too much. You better have you better have some self-control, guys, when you're out here. Please have self-control, or just get emotionally invested in one, and that will keep you from getting malnutrition from having fun out here. You're gonna need to get your protein up. I'll never come here again. I'm never gonna eat here again. The gyoza here, I did not like it. I'm a picky eater. I'm not that picky with gyoza, but I'm picky with this place. I won't tell you the name of it, but here's another concept in cafe bar. Just found this place. It's not lit up yet, so it's the hub where all the guys go. Don't fall into this trap. Try and explore your horizons. I did not go to hub yesterday. I'm proud of myself. Their fish and chips is lovely though. Here's a very cool thick-wheeled bike we were talking about. Let me catch up on my chats. BP, ETC, hitting me with the Japanese. Oh, he's talking BP 16, good. Well, if none of the money becomes available. Vibes on life. Yup. Yeah, Passport Man, becoming my favorite show. It's closest thing to being in Japan, and you have a good insight to share. Thanks, brother. Gort, you the man. Abdul says, but in Japan, different due to busy life, perhaps. Yeah, it can get busy. It's about managing things. The live streams has definitely caused me to, I was looking at my schedule today, so I'm gonna make some changes so I can continue to do the live streams and still have time to make some videos, because 1 month is too long to not make an edited video on YouTube, in my opinion, for the type of channel I have, for the type of message I want to get out there. For guys that go to live streams, you guys are getting amazing information, but for other folks that don't watch live streams, they need some videos. I mean, there's so many topics, so I'm not stressed about it, but I try to get at least 2 videos a month. Shouldn't be that difficult, but I do have some technical issues, so we'll get that taken care of. Let me see. How much is the salary of a software engineer? That's a great question. If you got to be good at the sales part, selling yourself, negotiating, getting the jobs. You don't need a course for it. Now, when I say you don't need a course, you can get consulting, but it's not rocket science. Like, get consulting with, like, if someone's upfront, like I'll do consulting when I have a moment. Like, for right now, this is the consulting. If you guys ask, I'll answer it. And then, like, once I get too busy, I'll have to figure out some way to manage it, because there's only 24 hours in a day between my own business and everything else. But, like, what you guys are doing now is really smart. So I recommend ask me the questions, and don't take a course. Just ask me. I'll answer your questions for free. But to answer your question, the salary of a software engineer in Japan, there are people making boatloads of cash. That's subjective, of course, but should be starting at least 300,000 yen. I'm sure there are places that'll rip you off, but just don't take those. Keep yourself financially. I'd recommend to live in a share house so that you can wait for a higher paying job. Should be 300 to 500,000 up. I know a bunch of guys in IT. I had the guy in the beach video like a few days ago. We were just interviewing the English speaking Japanese college girls. Instead of asking him about it, but we'll get around to it. We'll get someone to get deep and dive deep, because that's a great question you asked, Malik. But you'll be making money. You'll live very good out here if you do. And I know guys who have beautiful girlfriends who are software engineers here, expats, passport bros, etc. How long to learn basic Japanese? Not long, Carlos. If you're focused, 2 to 3 months, especially if you study like me. Great questions. I hear Nagoya is a cheap place to live. Yeah, it's cheap. Yeah, guys love Nagoya. Guys in Tokyo will tell you all about Nagoya if they've been there. Sounds like you mean 1,500 is doable. Absolutely. 1,500, you're living like a king BP, especially if you have good people sense. Yup. But I mean, what would you say would be optimal? Optimal, like amazing, is like 300,000 yen, which is like 2,200 a month American. Now you're zero complaints if you're like me. Gort, Hiroshima as well. Yup. As the girls don't look that easy out there though. No, they're not that easy. But if you want easy, you're gonna get STIs. If you want easy, go on Friday and Saturday night, Shibuya, Shinjuku, Roppongi. Get the girls at 6 p.m. You can literally bring them to your place, but for me personally, it's unappetizing, but I think my palate for girls is a little too extreme, so, don't follow my way. That's just me. I'm kind of a weird guy that way. I don't just take anything. Like, girls don't have to be supermodels, but girls after 12:30 and p.m., I'll go for it. There's a lot of girls I take between 10 and 12:30, but whoever's left after 12:30, I got the vibe from this past weekend. Those girls are not for me. I'm just a little sick to my stomach. So the girls are not that easy out here, but you'll do okay. They're not restrictive like the Western girls, saying you got to be a billionaire to get them. They're not that difficult either. Does that give some insight, guys? Great question, Gort. Andすみません。これはメールカフェですか？お、girls bar です。いくらですか？2,500円、ワンセット。OK、ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。These girls just bumped into me. And more people will bump into me because they're just looking at their phones. Um, let me see. Imashima as well. All right, Carlos says foreign friendly at this place. Yeah, super. Not for renting apartments. Not. I mean, you'll find foreign friendly real estate agents here, but there's definitely some non-foreign friendly real estates here. I can show you one. I could show you a place which absolutely atrocious, upset me. The guys who were asking about rent before, Kichijoji is pretty cheap. I don't think this. I don't know if they have the terrible place that is mean to foreigners and manager that is incredibly bad to foreigners. It's coming up on my right hand side. Those places are super cheap. The thing is with the places that are super cheap is that when you look at the details of how far they are from the station, they are far. Especially if you're a guy looking for a date. If you date like me, I always schedule my dates at a restaurant within 8-minute walk from my apartment so that I can decide. Don't get me wrong, like if a girl is super amazing personality and looks wise, she doesn't have to come back with me that night, but that's like 1 in a million girls. So you wanna be walking distance from your apartment if you're a guy dating. If you're a girl, these apartments are great. Live far from the station, doesn't matter. Live in a share house. But if girls ask me questions, I'll answer their questions too. But I got a lot of guys in the chats asking me questions, so I'm answering your guys' question based on the guy's perspective. It is called Passport Man, not Passport Woman. I'll make another channel for other topics if I have the time and people to help me build it. This person's loud, but he or she's doing her job. I gotta get some water. It's konbini time. Foreign friendly at these places. Where's the konbini? I know where the konbini is. I'm pointing to the right because I don't want to show these ladies on camera. This is okay. As long as it's normal feeling. I got it. Here's my family mart. There we go. Let's get some water and then get some dinner. Let me just catch up on the chats. Let me zoom in on the chats. What do they love about Nagoya? It's laid back. It's not as like city-like as Tokyo. But at the same time, dating is great there. The girls are amazing. They're beautiful. Countryside girls are beautiful, and they're less westernized than Tokyo girls. That's what they like about Nagoya, Gort. Great questions. All right, so I think I'm caught up on the chats. Yeah, Hiroshima is... Yeah, I recommend everyone to visit Hiroshima and also go to the Hiroshima Museum, talking about what happened, and you'll be surprised. Hiroshima looks awesome right now. Looks like nothing ever happened over there. Like no historical events happened in Hiroshima. Like it's always been pasteurized and peaceful. Never had any angry human intentions touch it. But after talking a lot on the chat, I'm always due for this. You guys can always get amazing, delicious alcohol for way cheaper than the bars here in Japan, and you can drink it on the streets. Japan will stress you out, but it will make it easy to de-stress if this is how you de-stress. And if you de-stress with the ladies by me instead of the alcohol, then you'll definitely de-stress easily as well. ところでどこにからネパール。ネパール？ところで、僕の顔はネパールと思いますか？ネパールじゃない？アメリカ人？スペイン？インドネシア。ありがとうございます。ロイです。はじめまして。はい、ありがとうございます。スイカ大丈夫ですか？ OK。はい、よし。OK。はい、ありがとうございます。OK。Got my proof of payment, even though live stream is my proof of payment. BP. Wow, BP came out with the Japanese for ETC. Nice. I like that. I like that communication, guys. Strong communication. I'll Abdul said very strong culture. Where you from? Emerald asks. I'm from New York, New York. I should have said I'm from America. And then if you ask me, I say it's obvious and see where you guess. I don't think I sound like a New Yorker. What do you guys think? Good question, Esmeralda. Abdul, me, M-E. This is a great DRUG store. I don't know what's allowed, guys. But I know you guys catch my spelling when I spell things. Japanese people I've seen interviews said, no, that's a no. You don't need, no. Oh, you don't need 3,000, 3,500 a month? No, no. If you're a trust fund baby or you're like, if you're someone, some people don't know how to live unless they're on crazy amounts of money. But like, unless you make money super easy or have $1 million in the bank, no, no, no. If you're a regular guy in his 40s, don't look like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, no, no. Even if you're a girl, no. I don't know who that's for, but that's for a very special class of people. I would love to see that interview where they say you need 3,500 to live. Very interesting, but I'm happy you brought that up, BP. I'm happy you brought that up. Let me get a swig of water real quick. Yosh. I can't even. It's so typical. I'm gonna put this on here. Whoosh. Man, this thing, I gotta fix this thing. There we go. What's this say? Yosh. Oh, my battery. Okay. Guys, I got my battery pack. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Yosh. Whoa. I was so thirsty. I think ETC left before I finished responding. What a lovely store. Yeah, I've always been surprised about the lack of hate for Americans out there because the BOMB. It was anywhere else, they wouldn't forget. It was so easy. That's true. ETC responded. Nice. All right, battery. Got to get the battery. 1 second, guys. Water between the legs, getting the battery. I'm like a basketball player right now. I'm playing basketball with the battery situation. Got the wire out, charge it. All right, that's the first step. And boom, got the battery. Do a quick check in 3, 2, 1. Make sure the battery's charging. It's charging, and we are set to go. Close up my book bag zipper. All right. We out here answering questions. I find it's easier to answer questions in Kichijoji than it is other places I do live sometimes, especially Shinjuku. Because did this break? Did my book bag thing break? I hope it didn't. Oh, all right. I have to check that later. All right. It's cost of living around $22.50 for an optimal budget. Why does the digital nomad visa require 60K after that tax? Japanese government dropped. Yo, the Japanese seifu is how you say it in Japanese. Because I'm tagged as America, I'll say the Japanese GOVT because it's longer to spell government. Yeah, they dropped the ball on a lot of stuff. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they're dropping it or they just don't care. I think the Japanese GOVT just simply doesn't care. They're basically aligned with America. They're basically America, in my opinion. Japan is America. There's not much more I can say. They're just labeled as Japan. It's like GU is Uniqlo. They're just labeled as Uniqlo, but it's literally the same company. It's just GU is a brand for younger people. Uniqlo is a brand for older people. Yeah, Gort. I'm surprised by the lack of hate for Americans too, but what they say it's better to be feared than respected or something, or it's better to be feared than loved. Maybe that's the explanation for why there's no hate for Americans. I don't know. What do y'all think about my thoughts on that? ETC responded, yeah, DBP. I don't understand what they're doing with their visas. It's absolutely ridiculous. And if I ripped my hair out every single time the GOVT did something inexplicable or people in Japan did something inexplicable, I'd be bolder than Michael Jordan and just as rich. I would become so bald, people would think I'm Michael Jordan. And then I'd do a business impersonating Michael Jordan. And then I would turn that business into another business, and then I'd have as much money as Michael Jordan. But I don't rip my hair out every time Japan GOVT or someone does something ridiculous. I just cry my eyes out. So I just buy more contacts more often. But I don't rip my hair out. I just cry my eyes out. I'm joking, guys. I don't cry my eyes out. I just vent on live streams. All right. Let me see. Still here, ETC. Yo, ETC bringing Japanese to the chat. And BP going with it. I appreciate that. I love that. Going above and beyond communication. I wish the world communicated like you guys. ETC, all right, great, thanks. BP, well, all right, American, ETC, American, exactly, yeah. American all the way. Gort, best way to stay in any country is to marry a girl there? Yes, up until a certain, I was telling BP about this before, up until a certain income tax bracket. I agree with you 100%, Gort. And that's why I think like people got to be more practical about marriage and less romantic-y, Disney lovey-dovey. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't get attached, don't get lovey-dovey. I'm not a hypocrite. I get lovey-dovey with girls all the time. I'm not the alpha. I mean, I don't even know what the alpha is. I'm not alpha by how they say. They're like, I think Tate is alpha. If you don't have money and cars, like, you guys tell me what alpha is. I'm not sure. But Gort is right. Abdul says, yup. On cultures, yup. Anyway, I got my Australian citizenship through marriage. Took 4 years. Nice, Gort. You are the man. That's how you do it, brother. Gort is with it. Passport G gang. Gang. Excelsior Cafe. Gort, you made me laugh. I wish my mic was hooked up to me. Gort said 4 years a headache. Yup. I wish guys knew. But Gort, it's worth the headache, right? No? I mean, not worth it to stay in it, but worth it for the time being until it didn't make sense anymore, no? Abdul, non-culture is much cool, rare things actually. Yup, for sure. Yes, sir. Got a lot of expats out here. A lot of tourists enjoying stuff, pressuring me to buy stuff because they buy so much stuff. Battery's hooked up, so I'm feeling great. Let's check the time. I do have to cook today, otherwise that frozen burger won't be too good. Probably. Yeah, yeah. I'm so happy Gort agreed with me. I was waiting for his answer. Nice. We on the same page as usual, Gort. So yeah, guys, this was 2-hour streams. Any other questions, guys? If not, wish me luck on my hamburger situation. I took it out yesterday. Usually I cook it the same day, but I ended up not cooking it from the freezer. Should be okay. ETC, USD, Mata wa Nihon Yen. Yup. Okay. Cool. BP16 with the great Japanese in the chat. Clearly, you guys can hear me well. I didn't do a sound check from the beginning, but I guess I'm okay. Let me catch up on any other chats. Let me check some of the features on this, on the chat. All right, so we're gonna head to the station, I guess. Unless there's any more chats, then we walk around, because I don't think the train has anything for you to show you guys. We got the shopping mall. We got the McDonald's here. Let me post up, read some chats somewhere. Yeah, not great question, Gore. I'll be streaming probably Friday night, but if any weekend streamings, I will be catching the last train, so probably 10 to night. Yeah, the weekend, probably 10 to 12:30. But late night streaming, maybe super late night, but I think 12:30 is pretty late. So is that late enough for you, Gort? Good question. Where are you originally from? At Gort? Oh, okay. Czech Republic, bro. Nice. Nice. I gotta go to Czech Republic. Right, guys? Highly recommended, right? If I'm home, I'll be watching. Great, Gort. Good to hear, brother. Looking forward to chatting with you. JPY maybe, sorry. All right, guys. Well, definitely looking forward to next streams, shenanigans. Appreciate y'all. And yeah, by the way, are there any places in Japan besides Roppongi, Shibuya, Shinjuku? Oh, when I go to Osaka next week, feel free to let me know, guys, if there's anything particular you want to see. I'll try and get it done while I'm out there next week. Am I gonna catch this light? Might get some shaky video running here. Thank you, Gortz. Yeah, Abdul. Yeah, Japan. Yo, if you're here when you're like, if you come here when you're 18, perfect. Even maybe like high school, if you like lived in Japan from high school on, and that's a nice reps to get your rep up so you really know how to. It's a great place to leverage Japan, but yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely. You guys know what this is, right? Oh, snap, there's an AU here. I doubt there's someone who speaks English in here. Oh, histories are cool, actually. Okay. Uh, guys, I've been told for those considering. Oh, I've been told for those who considering teaching English, don't teach for this company here. That's what I've heard. But to get into the country, do what you have to do. I wouldn't blame you. Just get in, figure it out afterwards. Japan's not like Korea. If you decide to quit once you're here or get divorced once you're here, you can always decide to do something else. They'll give you a time period. It might be annoying to communicate with them, but they'll give you time. This place closes at 8 p.m. Let's see what time it is now. 6:43. Okay. Yodobashi Kichijoji. If I wasn't heading home for dinner, I'd head here and do some electronic shopping. All right, guys. I'll see you later. I see POPO, and I'm getting hungry. So it's time to get money after getting this. Oh, I need to get an English muffin for my hamburgers. But can you teach English if you can't speak any Japanese? Absolutely. 100%, Gort. 100%. Book Off has some good deals. You can look like a baller getting some stuff from Book Off. Get some Rolex watches. This apartment right here. Here's the prices, Kichijoji. Look, guys. So take, what is it, 3,000 sanman in a month. Translate that to American dollars. You can literally have an apartment in Kichijoji for this price. Guys, Japan is a vibe for a lot of guys. Not saying for everybody, but that price. Do you guys see that? 3.3. That's sanman en. Translate that to American dollars. This is an actual apartment. Crazy. 17 minutes from the station. Like I said, I wouldn't recommend that for guys, but for girls, any girls watching here, dude, if you don't want to live in a share house, you probably want to live in a share house. But like, bottom line is, guys, rent is cheap out here. Oh, that girl just fell in the middle of the street. All right, nice chatting. Yup, it is like one-on-one or in a classroom. I think both options, one-on-one and in the classroom, depending if you're working for Eikaiwa or whatever. I'd recommend, guys, just get whatever bare minimum. Doesn't take a lot of time for a working visa, and get your own personal English clients. If you're of that mindset, or if you don't mind, you work for a company, get an IT, stay in English teaching, start your own Eikaiwa. Just figure it out. Become a manager at Eikaiwa. A lot of guys do that. A lot of money in that. Once you have some experience in that. So, yeah. But I hope that answers your question, Gort. But yeah, man. Good chatting with you guys. I will catch you on the next live stream. Oh, by the way, guys, before I do that, the clothing, no one's letting me walk by. The clothing is very cheap to buy a suit here. Yeah, I'll just show it to you guys real quick. The clothing. Show you right here the clothing. Yeah, the shirt for 2,000 yen, super cheap. 3,000 yen, suits, super cheap. Won't fit all sizes, but it fits my sizes and probably most of your guys' sizes. And they have larger suits. Even if you're over 183 centimeters, I think they'll have a suit for you. Just don't run in the streets. Yeah, man, good chatting, man. All right, guys, appreciate y'all. See you next time. We out of here. Peace.